I thought I'd just do a quick recap on the other things I've been working on, other than the ship, which was sort of the main focus. This is the kind of current, very weird state of the sort of weapons and NPCs at the moment. A lot of the NPC stuff in CryEngine is sort of in there by default, in that they have functioning NPCs with AI that will fight, and you have to put down nodes for them to make them move around, which is why no one's moving in this video, because I haven't noded the area. But even without any real, I mean, I can't rig very well. It's a little difficult, but I can use the CryEngine mannequin editor, and with that we can give them clothes, hats. We can give them the musket weapon, which I'm holding now. The animations are a little weird, but I feel like as far as testing goes, we can use these guys for now. So once we have our ship sailing in and all our islands placed, we can start throwing things like these NPCs on the islands, which will either fight for or against you, depending on what faction they are. And using CryEngine's built-in faction system, we can make them turn on you if you attack them, or something like that. So we can use them for merchants and stuff in town. Another big deal in this game is going to be the weather, in that if you see a storm on the horizon, you definitely want to try and avoid it, or at least try and map out where it is so you don't come back into it. I kind of want maybe storms to even just outright sink a player's ship if they stay in one too long. That's a bit extreme though, so we're thinking maybe just have them knock the player's ship around a bit, make navigation hard, and obviously obscure their vision. To do this, I was kind of hoping we could get like sort of massive waves crashing over the ship. I'm still struggling to find out how to actually do that. So for now, we're kind of cheating a bit, and this is just lots of spray particles washing over the ship, combined with color correction, clouds, wind, rain, sound effects, things like that. It works fine for now, but hopefully we want something a bit more tangible as far as actually pushing the ship around in the future. So this is the current state of sharks in this game. This is a royalty-free shark model which I found on turbosquid.com. Currently rigged up to the default fish void. It has no kind of rigging or skeleton or anything, so it moves a little bit like a cardboard cutout at the moment, which I think is slightly hilarious, but they function for now as a shark that swims around, sort of. But hopefully we can tie this up to sort of do damage to you if you get near to it. So this is the current state of our treasure mechanic in the game, which is sort of the goal, is to go to these islands, find treasure on them, and bring it back. I've just picked up a shovel there, which I'll be using later. But we're going to divide treasure into two categories for this game. One is the sort of goal objective treasure, which are going to be these large treasure chests, which are sort of items in the world which you need to pick up and bring back to a set point. And the second is sort of loose treasure items, which are small treasure items. Like these things in here. Things like necklaces, gold coins, gold bars and stuff. And the idea is that you look at them and you pick them up, and they give you currency, which you can then spend in the world on things like weapons, health, drinks, stuff like that. So at the moment we have lots of different treasure items which I've modelled and textured, and a particle effect that triggers when you pick them up, as well as a nice little sound. So the idea behind this shovel I have is that you can find these sort of highly conspicuous blocks of sand and find treasure hidden in them, and that's just a simple sort of melee weapon thing that I've rigged up. The thing about these treasure items at the moment, which is slightly annoying, is that they're all governed through a flow graph, which means that for every each an individual treasure item, we have about 5 flow graph nodes hooked up to it per treasure item. And if we want, say, I don't know, 100 treasure items in the world, and we're going to have at least, I don't know, 10 worlds to keep it random, maybe 20 all the way up to 100. That's a lot of flow graphing, which we're trying to remedy at the moment by converting them all to just have one parent LUA file that makes the treasure appear in the item list that we can just throw down.